Hello, welcome to You Know Something. I'm Dena.
And I'm Diana.
Hello, Diana.
Hi to everyone. We are so happy you are joining us for this episode.
We are. We hope you won't leave. There's a thing called retention where you can see that people listen for so long and then they leave. And sometimes we have leavers, but maybe they're just not interested in that particular topic. But most of the retention we maintain. So that's a good thing too. Maybe they had an emergency.
I'm sure they did. And I hope everybody's okay.
Yeah, they're like, I'm going to listen to this. No, my house is on fire. And they stop listening. It's got to be the only reason they would stop listening.
Yeah,
And they still, could have their earbuds in as they run out the door and listen. But
right.
anyway. All right, guys, welcome if you're new. We're so glad you're here. We are Dena and DiAnna. We have been friends for a long, long time. I was trying to figure it out today, and it's over a
Uh,
decade. Correct.
it's closer. It's about 16 years.
Wow. Great 16 years. Eventful, ups and downs.
Oh, yeah. Just called life, dear.
Yeah, it is. We still like each other.
We do. I know. I'm just surprised you still like me.
Oh, you're crazy. I don't think we've ever had an argument.
No, not at all.
No, I don't think so either. I probably shouldn't have said that. Jinx. Whatever you do. Throw it over my shoulder. All right. So, and then if you've come back, we really appreciate you too. That means a lot to us too. And for you newcomers, as I was saying, it's Dena and DiAnna. We've been friends for 16 years. That's almost 2 decades. And we started podcasting together a couple of years ago.
Mhm.
And we have 2 episodes a week, unless there's a holiday or something happens. We had a 4th of July holiday, so we did have a Giggles and Gratitude on Sunday, but we didn't have our regular weekly episode. So this week we are doing our You Know Something, where we talk about a lot of different topics. We just have fun, we learn, and we laugh. And then on Sundays we talk about our faith and how it plays in our lives. And DiAnna always shares a great devotion. And I think you'll get something out of it, even if you're not a believer. We hope you'll stick around. You may get some questions answered that you've always had. You can ask us questions. You can contact us, email, voicemail, Facebook, Instagram,
Smoke,
all the things.
smoke signals like they used to do.
That would take a long time, wouldn't it? I'd have to be looking out the window, so I don't know about that one, but but anyway, that's my little spiel for you to stick around today and to come back again. And today, DiAnna, we're kind of continuing. It was on, let's see what episode that was. It was June the 20th, I believe, on a You Know Something episode. We talked about statistics, whether or not we were normal compared to the average person. I
Well,
don't think we were.
I was gonna say we didn't do too well on that.
We learned a lot about each other that we didn't know, and you guys learned more about us if you listened. And if you didn't listen, you can go back. It's called Are You Normal? Our June 20th, 2026 episode. And I kind of wanted to continue because there were so many statistics that I found interesting in the article I was using. We just ran out of time. We try to do this in 30 minutes. And so I'm going back, visiting back to that topic with new statistics that, you hear the word statistics, you think boring or maybe a little complicated, confusing, but I assure you this is not. You'll learn some things today that you can delight and amaze your friends tomorrow if you listen today with this episode.
Wow.
I think
Okay.
it's a big promise, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope it works for me.
I'm going to delight and amaze you, DiAnna, and you can delight and amaze Dan afterwards, so to speak. That sounded weird.
All right. We did just celebrate our ninth wedding anniversary yesterday.
You already delighted and amazed him yesterday.
Oh no. We went to dinner and I'm telling you what, it is hot here, folks, in Tennessee. And it was a fun-filled day. We had all kinds of activities going on. We're getting our front door and our front area finally done. And
Yay!
so, yeah, we went dinner and then came home and went to bed and went to sleep.
Yeah. Well, it happens.
It does, especially as you age. You can't get too much packed into one day.
Yeah, that's true. It's nice to cuddle too. But anyway, we're kind of getting A little risque for our show.
I was
I started it. I
right.
started it. Okay, I live vicariously through you, like I say. Well, I got this information and I haven't looked at it all. Look at the first few statistics because I wanted to be amazed and delighted too. But this is from Best Life at bestlifeonline.com, and I'll include a link if you want because we're not going to get to all of them, of course. But these are totally crazy statistics you won't believe are real, but they are 100% real. Let's get into it. And some of these are dark, some of them are sad, some of them are deep, and some of them will be fun. We can discuss. The first one, the average drunk driver drives under the influence more than 80 times before ever being arrested for the first time.
Ooh, that's high.
I wonder how they know that. I guess they just, when they get arrested, they say, how often did you do this? And they'll be like, well, every weekend for the last 40 years.
Right? I mean, truly, how do you get a statistic that
Oh, it's weird.
can be taken as valid when you have no idea how many times this person's drove under the influence?
If you think about it, they probably dumbed it down some. It's probably actually more,
Hmm.
unless they're just bragging. I know it's a serious
Wow.
subject, but we're not really a serious show. So, if we make jokes that might offend you about something, we like to try to keep it light. But have you ever lost anyone to a drunk driver, Diana?
I have not. No.
Yeah, I haven't either, fortunately, unless, somebody's going to call me later after they listen and say, Dana, don't you remember this person? I've lost people to car accidents, but not, as far as I know, the person that hit them or whatever weren't under the influence. But my mother-in-law, you think about, well, they survived. They didn't die. She was hit head on by a drunk driver, and the engine like went into her lap and melted into her shins, and they
Hmm.
had to take her, life flight her with the engine on her body.
Oh my gosh.
I know, can you imagine? And it was a very young girl that hit her, and okay, she survived. But her quality of life was forever changed.
That's right.
She was in her 40s. She died in her 90s, but agony and pain, walking to walk, scars, of course, surgeries. So you think about, not to bring it totally down, but I was thinking earlier today, when you hear an accident and they say five people were injured, you think, oh, nobody died. But what does that mean, injured? You know?
Exactly. And the trauma that she endured while she obviously was in that moment, but that never stops for her.
Yeah. She had to drive to work. She was single most of her life and she hated to drive. I mean, she just
Sure.
hated it. So if you think about when you hear people are injured, there's a mental trauma there, and I say all that not to bring everybody down, but to really think about it before you get behind the wheel. Because if I'm being honest, I've gone to when I was younger, gone to a lunch and had, a mimosa or a buffet or wine or whatever, and
Mhm.
probably I didn't feel drunk, but I knew that I was a little tipsy. I bet a
Right.
lot of us are guilty of tipsy driving.
True. And what's the definition of tipsy?
Exactly. Exactly. Whew, scary. So let's keep that in mind. I know that's a downer, and I'm sorry if anybody has lost anybody, but it is something to think about before you get behind the wheel and before you let somebody you're with get behind the wheel. That can be awkward.
Yes.
But give me the keys. Give me the keys.
It's called tough love.
Yeah. All right. Let's go with something a little funner. 1/3 of adults admit, so there's probably more, to still sleeping with a comfort object like a teddy bear or a little blankie.
Mhm.
It's confession time, Diana.
Mhm. I do. I'm a Linus. I have my little pillow and I drag it on that plane.
Do you?
Absolutely.
So is it like, would most people find it disgusting and you just got it nice and worn in, or is it?
No, no, it's a pillow. It's a smaller pillow and it has a pillowcase on it. So I wash it. I hope it looks clean. It's not one of those that are ratty that I've dragged around since I was a kid.
Yellow and crunchy?
Yeah.
I don't really have one. I did have one when I was little. Of course, I had a little lamb, and my mom finally
Oh.
just hit it. She's like, I've got to wean you off of this. So I don't know. A study conducted by Sleepopolis and one poll reported that 34% of adults still sleep with a stuffed animal, a blanket, or other sentimental object. I just feel like that would interfere in the wedding room, bedroom, the matrimonial bedroom, a big skunk, stuffed skunk or something.
Yes, but we all give each other grace. So just make sure you figure out what you're living with before you say I do.
Oh, but is your bed like covered in pillows and stuffed animals and dolls or anything?
Oh no, it is pillows, not stuffed animals or dolls, but I do like pillows. I like to be like in a cocoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the long pillow in the middle, like the body pillow, and then the,
Oh yeah, and Dan loves that. That's
yeah, I'm
such a just.
sure.
Yeah, he hates it. I'm like, I'm sorry. It helps me sleep. It helps me position myself better, and I just feel more comfortable.
Yeah, if you have back pain, that throwing your leg
Mm,
over something, putting a pillow between
yes.
your legs helps, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's talk about garbage. Now, I live with my mother. It's just the two of us, and we produce so much garbage. I take a
I'm
bag of
not.
garbage out
Where
every day.
did it come from? I mean, I don't feel like I put that much in the garbage and then it's full. I agree.
And I recycle cardboard. I'm not a big recycler, but I do break down cardboard boxes and cereal boxes and everything and put them in the back of my garden, take them to recycle. It's like 2 minutes away, but just I don't understand where it comes from. I'm trying to think, okay, here's the average. Let's see if we think we meet the average. The average American generates nearly 4.5 pounds of trash a day.
Wow,
I think I probably,
that's quite a lot.
yeah, I think I probably do. It's crazy.
Maybe
And
that just means that you're going through your stuff and throwing out everything that you don't need and taking all the other stuff to the homeless shelter or somewhere someone that you know is in need. So
yeah, that's it.
hopefully that trash is helping you get less cluttered in your life. And we've talked about that before on podcasts. That's important. When you're surrounded by so much clutter, are you really using that stuff?
No.
So if not, if it's bad, throw it away. If it's good, give it to somebody.
Yeah. Well, I have to confess, most of my trash comes from the kitchen. Just refuse. Just, that's 1,642 pounds per year of garbage. And it's got to go somewhere. Ugh.
Hmm.
Okay. Over the past century, this name has been the most popular male baby name annually 44 times.
Oh, don't tell me. Let me guess.
Okay.
I'm thinking Christopher or Jonathan, Michael. I'm gonna go with Christopher.
Oh, it was Michael.
It was Michael.
Yeah.
Oh,
You'd think it would be John. I would think John just because you I think of that name a lot, but I guess maybe people have mi- uh, stepped it up a little bit and don't name John as much. But yeah, Michael.
okay.
Uh, and for women, what do you think it is? Females, what do you think it is?
For females, ah, I'm just gonna say Diana.
Oh, no.
No, not it.
No, but you should be glad. That's a more unusual name. It's Mary, which I don't know a Mary that has been born in the
Oh,
20, the 20, the 20s, the 2000s. I don't know of a Mary. I can't believe that.
no, I might me either.
Okay, washing our hands after using the toilet.
Always, says
What
the nurse.
says the nurse, even if it's just a pee-pee?
Yes. I
Well,
mean, I do. I and I would appreciate if others would say you're shaking somebody's hand.
yeah, that's true.
Whether you're a male or female, it's just hygiene.
Yeah. Well, scarily enough, well, what percentage, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% in the world, so that makes a difference, wash their hands after using the toilet?
I would say 40%.
If only
Hmm.
20%.
Wow. So let's do a podcast on that one.
What actually is on your hands? I don't even
Yeah.
really feel like it's using the toilet so much. It's being out in public and touching doorknobs and
Right.
door.
And
I mean, you sit down on a toilet and you do your business and you stand up. If it's just a TT, it's really the door handles and being out, I think. At home,
well,
do you
you're,
do it at home too? You wash your hands every time you go to the bathroom?
oh yeah,
It's
every
probably just a
time.
habit, right?
Yes. But you have to recognize as a female, you're still wiping that area and your
True.
hand can touch, part of your anatomy down there. And for the men, I don't know how men, I know how men pee, but I don't know how they
You
uh,
don't know how many people.
well, I know
I
that,
know
but I
what you're
mean
saying, but
everybody, some shake it
yeah,
and some I don't know, whatever.
I guess you should have
But
a shake or a dab.
especially men should because they're touching their anatomy and it
True.
just should be a to me it just should be a every time you sit down or go.
Yeah. Women can't really do the shake method, although I've had to before if I was in a place there wasn't any toilet.
I know, right? That's awful.
Like
And
wiggle it. Oh, just
it
a little bit.
but that has taught me a lesson, Dina, is before I go to the bathroom, I make sure there's toilet paper there. That's happened to me enough times
Smart.
that don't happen to me anymore. I have the forethought of checking to toilet paper.
Sometimes you don't have the luxury to stop. You're like slam down the toilet. But anyway, we're getting into potty talk, aren't we? Okay,
You
let's
yeah,
get.
hey, you started it.
I did. I keep starting all these topics and trying to get out of them. Okay, reading for pleasure.
Okay.
Are you a reader for fun?
No.
I used to be, but I just can't seem to focus on it anymore.
Yeah. I don't know how people read a big thick book in like 3 days. It would take me three
Well,
years.
I know. And I mean, book clubs are real popular. I used to belong to one. Very rarely did I read the book. It was just to go out to dinner and talk to friends. They talk about the book. But I just feel nervous when I read. I hold the book and think I should be doing something else while I read this.
Right. Understand.
Yeah. Well, we're in the common because it says Americans read for personal pleasure only 10 minutes or less per day. So I could believe that. I don't guess that's good.
Well, but you have to recognize where society is right now too, and the advancement. Now we have other things that occupy our mind, our mental space as we are at home. It did used to be reading, books were very popular, but now you have video games, you have podcasts, you have all this social media. Goodness, you can watch anything you want to. So I think that that's just led society away from sitting down with a book.
Yeah. You have audio. I sometimes will listen to an audio book in the
Right.
car.
Right.
Download. That way you can do something else while you're listening. People over the age of 75 read an average almost an hour a day. So there you go. That's that new technology you're talking about. People would rather listen to things.
Right.
There are actually, speaking of reading, more than 36 million US adults cannot read above third grade level.
Ooh,
That is sad.
that is Dina.
How do they get out of school? I know that's a big political education issue that we can't solve, but how do you get through school and graduate and not able to read? Of course, maybe they don't graduate.
I don't know.
It's just, they also can't do, see, also can't do basic math above third grade level. Now that's me.
You mean you don't know your geometry and your
No,
trigonometry and all that?
no.
Well, you better get on it.
I stopped at the gazintos and the knots.
I stopped at the 1 plus 1 equals 2.
I learned my multiplication tables. Okay, ice cream. How many pounds of ice cream a year does the average American eat?
And it's hard to think of it in pounds.
I
Or how
know.
how many cartons of,
Is that a quart carton?
yeah, what how does that weigh out? So it's hard for me to guess that, but I would say 5 pounds.
Okay. That's would seem normal to me too. It's 13 pounds a year.
Ooh.
I've gotten where I don't eat ice cream. I love it, but I end up eating yogurt instead of ice cream. So.
We really like sherbet.
Yes, that's very refreshing.
It is.
My
Have you
mom.
ever tried the pineapple?
Well, my mom likes the rainbow, which is orange, lime, and pineapple. So, yeah, that's my favorite, the pineapple.
The pineapple just by itself is amazing.
It almost feels good for you.
Yeah. Is pineapple bad for you?
No, I think pineapple's good. It's just when you surround it with sugar and cream, I think.
Oh, then you have to bring all that into it. Okay.
Robocalls.
Hmm.
There are approximately 2.4 billion robocalls per month. Do you still have a landline?
No, I do not.
Okay. My mom does because I mean, she just can't really let go of it. Smartphones are hard for her. And it's crazy the amount of calls. Just let the machine get it, but just,
I have a question. Do you know what is it that they are trying to obtain when they call you?
I don't know because when we don't answer it, they just either hang up or say goodbye. And I think, are they just seeing if you'll answer it? And then they call back and try to sell you something? I don't know. I can't imagine it works. And the uptake on people knocking on my door has gotten crazy trying to sell me stuff. I'm sure you don't have that problem because you're in a gated.
Well, all you have to do is put you out a sign, no soliciting,
I've
right
got
in
one.
right in your front. Well, then I'd say, excuse me, read the sign. Goodbye.
Yeah, they'll say, I see your sign there. I just wanted to share with you. Ugh.
Well, if you saw the sign, don't come knocking.
I get so mad.
Lord,
Mhm. Okay, and this isn't surprising. Fewer than a quarter of American adults meet U.S. guidelines for physical activity.
I can understand that.
Yeah. The guidelines stipulate adults require at least 150 minutes of moderate intense aerobic activity a week. I don't get it, man. I don't do it. 2 days of muscle strength training. Get back in that gym. I pay for it every month.
Oh, that's a whole new podcast too.
Okay. A lot of these are interesting. There's too many. So I really suggest you go read it yourself. Nearly half of American adults will experience a mental illness during their lifetime.
All right, what are they defining as a mental illness?
So I was just thinking, let's see, as of February 2019, the National Council for Behavioral Health estimate that 46.4% of Americans in the United States will experience a mental illness in their lifetime. Sadly, the organization also estimated that in the past year, only 41% of those actually received some sort of professional care. I mean, I think we all have episodes of depression, or maybe we
Hmm.
feel like we're having a nervous breakdown, or we have
Right.
just, I got to stay in the house today, or I got to stay in bed all day. Is that how we're dealing with it, I guess?
Well, but I call a mental illness schizophrenia, people
Mm.
who have that type of thing. Yes, we all go through depression times when we have tragedy in our lives, but I just don't believe that 50% of people have truly a mental illness.
Makes you wonder. I just think about people so quick to prescribe medicine to diagnose
Abs-
you with something and give you this pill. Then you have a mental.
exactly. Exactly. And then that's probably documented through that as depression is a mental illness because that number is so high.
Yeah, scary. I don't want to downplay mental illness, but they may need Jesus. Go there first.
Yeah, he's free and he's
Yeah.
available all the time.
Yes. Again, I don't want to downplay it. And please seek help if you Feel like you need it.
Oh,
I think I've been
yeah,
there. I've been there probably where I could have used therapy, but I just pray instead. I'm not saying don't go to therapy. I'm just saying that's kind of my go-to.
yeah.
On an average day, what percentage of American men do housework?
Two.
2%.
My husband is one of them, though. I have to
He
say,
does.
kudos to Dan. He can wash clothes, he can do the dishes, he vacuums the floors. He honestly cleans more than I do. So it's nice.
Yeah, he's a neat, I don't want to say neat freak because that makes it sound wrong, but he's very organized and clean and neat, right?
Yeah, he's a neat freak. It's okay.
Now, when you said two, did you mean 2% or just
Yes.
two?
Uh,
Two men.
well, I'm hoping 2%.
And Dan's one of them. So
Dan's.
there's some lucky lady out there who's got the other one. It's actually 19% of men do housework, as
Okay.
opposed to 49% of women do housework every day. That's what it is doing something every day, housework related. So only half the women do some sort of housework every day. Of course, women are working. We're working women's.
We are. You do have to allow a little grace for that.
I mean, I don't see how you avoid doing something every day, housework wise, but okay, let's talk about saliva.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, per month. This is an impossible question. Imagine a 2 liter bottle of a soft drink in your refrigerator. How many of
Okay.
those 2 liter bottles would you fill up if you just spit in it every day instead of swallowing? Here's gross.
I would probably have a lot because my sinuses go crazy all year long.
I
I
guess
would
you think
probably
about it
be,
daily and then multiply it times 30, I guess.
I'd have a few gallon jugs, I think.
23 2 liter bottles per month, the average person who how much saliva you produce. I'm going to say this is just I may have to edit out all this disgusting stuff, but I'll listen to it and see. But sometimes when I'm eating like dry beef or chicken, or I'm
Hmm.
talking while I'm eating, my esophagus closes.
Hmm.
It's a
Yes.
problem. It's a problem. And I can't swallow.
Okay.
And the food gets stuck in there. It's not in my windpipe, it's in my esophagus. You would be shocked at the amount of saliva that you can't swallow that your body starts producing. I just have to go in the bathroom and spit it out. And I'm like, I had no idea I produce
Hmm.
this much saliva. So, I mean, it's a good thing because some people have issues with their salivary glands, but
Right. And to speak to your esophageal problems, you know that they can stretch that out. It's
I
just a
heard that.
yeah, it's a narrowing up there and it causes food to back up or you to get choked and you know, it's not a good thing and it does need to be addressed.
Yeah, it's not fun, especially if you're at a restaurant. And
Hmm.
all right, that's my disgusting problem that I have. Okay, so don't worry about being a slobbermouth. And I'm a gleeker at the dentist, I'm always gleeking in their faces. I'm so sorry when they have that thing on your mouth. It was like, fart.
Right.
But saliva, I mean, saliva serves a lot of purposes, which I'm sure you know. Good things. I mean, it helps to break down your food, right? It helps to clean your teeth.
Yes.
And if you didn't have it, think about how dry your mouth would be.
Yeah.
Okay. In the history of the Olympic Games, the first Olympic Games in 1896. We're talking about modern day Olympics. T and I, believe it or not, did an episode on the Olympics and when they first started, which was, back in the olden days uh,
Yeah.
in Greece. But 1896 recognized as the first modern Olympics till now. How many gold medals has the U.S. brought home?
Since 1896 is your
Mhm.
question, right?
Yeah, how many years is that? I don't do math.
That's a lot. I mean, 1996 would be
1996,
100, and then you go from there. So,
30, 130 years, something like that.
yep. Oh, wow, what a fun question to answer. Let's see. I'm gonna say 117.
Wow. 1,131. We've done
Oh,
good, haven't we?
we did good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was 117 was a high number, but wow.
And that's just the gold. Of course, we have silver and bronze. And speaking of sports, I don't really want to get too topical since somebody could be listening to this 5 years from now, but sad about the soccer, the U.S. losing the soccer.
It was.
Mm, It was
It
bad.
was.
It's really bad.
I just don't think it was their best day. And it happens. But you know
Yeah.
what? You get back into your routine and get back on the court and continue forward with your goal and make yourself better. And then maybe next year you'll win.
Yeah, I don't think people even expected the U.S. to do as well as they did. Soccer is just not our thing.
Correct. Yes.
I think there was such good publicity, like you said, and good um, relations, world relations, hosting it here. Also,
Yes.
Canada hosted and Mexico hosted too. But I think it will get a lot of people interested in soccer. You became a fan, so
Yeah, I did. I'm disappointed there's not a game on tonight.
you got addicted, huh?
I did.
Okay, we only got time for a couple of more. Let's see. Oh, this is interesting. We've done our math lessons today. Let's do a history lesson.
Oh dear.
2 out of 5 Americans can't name a single freedom protected by the First Amendment. How much do you remember from high school civics class? So
Not
let's
a
see
whole
how many.
lot.
I think there's 5. Let's see. Five, there's 5 freedoms covered by the First Amendment. Maybe together we can think of them. I mean, freedom of speech, of
Right?
course.
The right to bear arms, does that fall into that?
Let's see if
Or
I
is that
look.
that's the Second Amendment, I believe.
Yeah, second. It gets its own. That's good.
Yeah,
Freedom of religion.
that's right. Freedom of religion. You keep going because you're getting it.
Freedom of the press.
Freedom of the press. Wow.
Freedom of assembly, which does that like mean to assemble with neighbors and discuss things, or I don't know what that means exactly.
I think that's kind of the direction I would go with that. Right to assemble. Say you an assembly would be a book club. Doesn't
Right.
have to be something religious, but it allows people to assemble, and that's my take on it.
Yeah, I could look it up, but I think, and I'll include it in our notes, but I would imagine there was a time when if a group of people got together, a big group in a country that wasn't free, they were worried, what are you plotting and scheming? You can't do that. That means people cannot get under a roof together and
Right.
discuss. And then this one will never get, so I'll say the right to petition the government.
Okay. Well, we should definitely have that.
Yeah, let's go petition the government. Okay, now this is an eye opener. 5 countries make up 60% of the worldwide military. So not every country has a powerful military.
So let me just see if I can name those.
Oh, okay.
5 countries. Okay. I'm going to put the America. I'm going to put the Chinese.
Very good.
I'm going to put the Japanese.
Let's see. No, surprisingly,
Wow. All right.
you got China and America. You got
I've
three
got
more.
Russia, Soviet Union.
No, I was shocked.
That's not there.
Mm-mm.
Uh-uh.
I know, and it was
Oh,
kind of nice. That's kind of good, actually.
you're right. You're so right. Wow. Okay, let's go to
I would
France.
never get these other 3. I just would never get them.
France.
Yes, you did.
Okay. All right. Portugal.
No, but interesting choice.
Czechoslovakia.
Nope.
All right.
You
What are
know
the other
countries
two?
though. That's Okay, I'll just tell you in the interest of time, but you did great. You got 3 out of 5. Saudi Arabia and
Oh,
India. I would never have thought India.
no, me either.
That's amazing. And in order, it's United States, like you said, China, Saudi Arabia, India, and France. Interesting.
Cool.
Spend the
That
most
was
money on their military.
that was fun.
And that's your history lesson. We don't want to leave on history.
Yuck.
The most streamed artist in the last 10 years
Mm.
is, I don't think you'll get it.
Well, thanks for the thing of support there.
I'm
The
just not sure you're
most
a fan.
the most streamed artist.
Musical
So
art.
that musical artist.
Mhm.
Okay. Most streamed musical artist in the last 10 years.
Yeah, I could give you like a multiple choice.
No.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna say I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say Elvis and Taylor Swift.
Well, those are great guesses. I would have said Taylor Swift, but no, it's not either one. That's wild. This is wild.
Um, I don't know. Just tell me.
Drake.
Who's Drake?
I told you, I don't even think you'll know who this is. He
I
is,
can't I cannot guess the answer if I don't even know the person.
that's why I said I don't think you're going to get this. He is, I think he's from Canada. He's a black male, and it's not really hip hop so much. It's got good music. You
Okay,
kind of
I'm gonna
dance to it, and he's a
check
good
it
singer.
out.
Yeah, Drake. Check out Drake. That is just shocking to me. You would
All
think
right.
Michael Jackson, Prince, Beatles. Okay, this one's timely, current. Let's end on this one. The number of online video service subscriptions where we watch TV has surpassed cable TV subscriptions. Do you have cable TV or do you just have
We
service?
we I think we have cable TV.
Okay. So when you turn on your TV and you say, "Let's watch a news or whatever," what are you going through? Are you going through like Spectrum or something like that?
I think it is Spectrum. I
Okay,
think you're
Spectrum.
right.
Well, online streaming service have surpassed it by 57 million households.
Wow.
So what do you think the top 3 streaming services are?
Okay.
What do you
Okay.
think the
Well
top
then,
3 are?
um, Netflix is probably one of them. YouTube is probably another, and um, Instagram. Is that it? Is
Mm.
that a
It wouldn't be like
serving?
watching. I mean, that's certainly a service, but Netflix, you're right, is number 1. And do you have Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes. How about DirecTV?
That would be a cable
That would be a
satellite
cable
service.
thing.
Satellite service, yeah.
Okay.
Hulu and then Amazon Prime.
Oh yeah, Amazon Prime. How could I not have said that?
It's okay. And we don't have cable anymore in our household, but we do have Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, Apple. We have all the streaming services now, and it's pretty amazing that you can just say, "I want to watch this," and you just start it up, and
Yeah.
And I used to say that years ago, probably in the 1990s. I'd say someday you're gonna be able to turn your TV because I'll be like, "Oh, I just missed the beginning of that movie." You'll be able to say, "No, I want to watch this now," and my husband at the time said, "Well, we can go down to Blockbuster, same thing." I said, "No, that's not what I mean." I mean,
That's
I
not the
want to in the
same
mood to
thing.
watch this. I want to watch Julia Roberts movie. I'm going to find one. I'm going to start it up. And he was like, "Well, how are you going to do that? Why are you going to pay for it? How's it going to work?" I was a
Hmm.
genius. I was a genius.
You were, but no wonder you're divorced after all that.
And I didn't get a dime for having that idea first. But speaking of Instagram, there are more than a half a billion Instagrams account actively being used every day. Half a billion. And speaking of Instagram, Diana has an Instagram. It's called Diana's Touch of Beauty.
Yes, ma'am.
Check her out. Check her out. All right, we have to stop. We have to stop on that. Let's do this, end on this one. How many gallons of beer does an average American drink in a year? I'm not a beer drinker.
Me either. How many gallons? Oh, some people drink a lot. I'm going to say 150 gallons.
Wow, yeah, that's a lot. 26.5. But that's a lot too. I don't
See,
know who
those
you're
are
hanging out with.
well, those are the drunk drivers that we talked about
I
in the very
know. We did
beginning.
full circle, didn't we? Yeah.
We did.
Let's end on that note. We hope you guys had fun. I could do this all day long because I have no life, but we hope you were entertained and you can share some of these with your family and friends and just fascinate them and go to bestlifeonline.com to prove that it is true. And Dinah, you did great. I put you on the spot. You're always a trooper and you say 5,000. I don't know.
But I say it with such authority, like I know exactly what I'm saying, and then I'm so off.
I know, and I almost believe you, and I have to look back down and think, could she be right? Is this wrong? Anyway,
150
we
gallons. That's a lot of beer.
I make 50 gallons of saliva a day. Anyway, guys, we love you. We hope we didn't gross you out too much this time, but I thought it was hilarious and fun. We hope you'll join us Sunday for our Giggles and Gratitude, where we talk about faith, but we it's called Giggles, so we giggle too and talk about our week and what we're grateful for. And I'm sure Diane will have another great story to tell. Adventure story probably or travel story or although she's determined to stay home now for a while.
At least a week.
A whole week?
Yeah, I know, right?
Your cat's starting to say like, "Who are you?"
You're his new mother.
That's right. I'm just jealous. All right, we love you guys. Diana, do you want to close us out today? Any
Well,
final
I'm just
thoughts?
gonna say thank you to Dena for giving us that information. Knowledge is always power, and that's why we do our podcast to empower you to have a great day and to have confidence in the knowledge that you know, and you can go share all those things. We appreciate you spending 30 minutes with us. We'll see you on the next time. Have a great day. Bye bye.